Hello and welcome to Tapping Tips with Tamsin. Today I am talking about how EFT works, and there's always this thing that we look for. What are the memories? What are the experiences? What does the issue that you're having, what does it relate to? When do we first remember that happening? And it is nice if you can have a memory or an experience that you can recall, but sometimes you can't remember what it is. Maybe at the beginning of the session, maybe it will come to you during the session. Or maybe that experience was so traumatic that you actually don't want to have to relive it. And there has to be another way for us to be able to work through it. So with EFT, we're not actually clearing, expunging that memory, that experience from your life. You will always have had that experience, that thing is always going to have happened in your life. What we are doing is we are breaking the emotional attachment, that emotional memory that we have connected to that experience. When something happens to us and we connect an emotion to us, that is when it has an ongoing effect in our life. When and it can be the smallest of things that can trigger it, and sometimes it's something that is subconscious and we don't realize that that is why we're being triggered. Just suddenly we can feel sad, suddenly we're overwhelmed with this guilt or this grief, and we're going, what happened? I was going along so happily. But it may just be a smell, it may be a certain time of day. It could be that when the sun goes down and there's a rainbow or something like that. It's something that is subconscious that triggers that emotion in us, and we relate it again subconsciously to that experience that we had, and it brings up that emotion. So if we can tap back into that emotion, if we can tap into the body and remember what were the emotions, how are we feeling now when we think about something like that, when we think about that traumatic experience, we don't have to go down and relive that experience. We can just feel those sensations in our body, and we can allow ourselves to be aware of it, acknowledge it, and releasing it. It's that releasing of that emotional attachment to the past experience that gives us our freedom. It's not a case of getting rid of those memories, of those experiences. When we can look back at those experiences and not be emotionally triggered, that's when we know that we've had success with the work that we've done. That's when we know we can move forward, and it's not going to limit us, and it's not going to stop us from creating change and transformation in our lives, because those things, those experiences can hold us back in so many ways. And so much of it is subconscious. We want to change. We want to create something fantastic. We want to do so many things. And that little voice comes up and it tells us why we can't do it, why we shouldn't do it, etc. And if we can get back into the body and clear that emotional attachment, we can create the life of our dreams. So I hope that has helped you to understand a little bit more about what EFT does and how it can help you create change in your life and help you move past those barriers that may be stopping you creating the dream of your life. So this is Tamsin. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you are more than welcome to come and join me on my Facebook page, where I share more tips about money and tapping. Thank you.